Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's problem of the day is find exsum of all k-long subarrays. So let me read the problem statement. We are given with the nums of n integers and two integers k and x. The exsum of an array is calculated by the following procedure. Count the occurrence of all elements in the array. Keep only the occurrence of the top x most frequent elements. If two elements have the same number of occurrences, then we need to consider the bigger among those elements. Calculate the sum of the resulting array. And we have also a note here that if an array has less than x distinct element, its exsum is the sum of the array. Return an array answer of length n minus k plus 1, where answer of I is the exsum of the subarray. So let's take this input. This is the input given for us. Now what they are telling is we need to consider the k sized window. 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So if you look at this array, the first k sized window is these elements. Now what they are asking is we need to consider only two elements and we need to multiply them with frequency. I mean not multiply. They are asking the sum which is having the more uh, more occurrences. So if we see here, 1 has occurred 2 times in this window, 2 has occurred 2 times, 3 is 1 time, 4 is 1 time. Now we need to consider only two elements as x is 2. So if we consider two elements which is having the most occurrences, I should consider 1 and 2. So what is the sum? 2 times 1 and 2 into 2, 4. So sum is 6. So our first array element is 6. Now if we consider the second window, nothing but this to this. If we count the occurrences, 1 came 1 time, 2 came 2 times, 3 times, 3 1 time, 4 1 time. So here the first element which is occurred most number of times is 2, which is occurred 3 times. Let's take that element, and if you see here 1, 3 and 4 is having the occurrences as 1. But in this case when there is an tie, we are supposed to consider the greatest element, nothing but 4. So for this answer will be 6 plus 4, 10. So our second array element is 10. Similarly we need to do for the next window size also, and we need to update the sum value in the third element and we need to return the array. So if you see here 6 10 12 is our answer. So let's solve it in Python. At first I will take a variable called length to store the length of the nums, and I will take a array called answer. I'm going to return this answer array at last. I will append the sum of the elements in the k sized window inside the answer. So I will iterate from 0 to n minus k plus 1. So why n minus k plus 1? In order to avoid the array index of out of bounds exception, I am taking n minus k plus 1. Why? Because we are supposed to consider from 0 to next k elements. I mean from that array index to next k elements. For that I need to iterate up to n minus k plus 1. So what I'm going to do now, I will take a new variable called li and I will slice the array to get the k sized window. It's like this, nums of I colon I plus k. What I'm doing, I'm taking the slicing operator. I'm using the slicing operator in order to get the k sized window. At first what I need to do is I need to sort this array. Reverse equal to, I mean we need to sort the array in the reverse order. Why? Because if there is any tie, we need to consider the top big highest element. For that we need to sort the array in reverse. If we haven't sorted, then by default it will take the least element when there is a tie. Now what I need to do is I will have a dictionary here to count the occurrences. Let me show you. Here what we are doing is we can do a dictionary which will store the number and its corresponding occurrences. For that I can either take a dictionary manually, or I can use a function called counter. Let's take a variable called a or dic. So dictionary, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the counter function on this li. So what this counter function will return, it will return me a dictionary which is having the value and their corresponding occurrences. So now what I need to do is I will take a variable called b and I will sort this dictionary. Sorted of dictionary key equal to a dot get reverse equal to true. So what we are doing is I'm going to use the inbuilt sorted function present in Python. It will take the first input dictionary and it will take a key. Here key is nothing but dictionary dot get. What this dictionary dot get will returns is it will return the values of the dictionary, and reverse equal to true indicates we are sorting in the reverse order. So basically after doing this operation we will have a list of uh, indexes, not indexes, list of values in the sorted form, uh, in the sorted mm, in the sorted form of their corresponding occurrences. So I will take a variable called summi, and I'm using the summi variable in order to store the sum of the elements. So for that, what we can do is for I in range of x. Remember, we need to consider only x elements out of the list. For that, I'm iterating up to x, and what I'm going to do is I will add the corresponding sum. So how we need to calculate the sum? The element into its corresponding occurrences. The element multiplied with its corresponding occurrences should give me the sum. So how we can do is p of I dictionary. So dictionary of b of I should return me the corresponding occurrences, and b of I should return me the value. I mean that value present in the nums array. At last, I will append the sum I. So here we have another case here. What if the x is less than the numbers present in the array? For that we need to check before the if I greater than, sorry, let's let's execute and check first. Dictionary. There is a small typo here. So for that, if I greater than len of b, then we need to break. Still I am getting this. B of a. Let's take equal to here. Hmm. Now it's working fine. As I told earlier, if the I mean x is greater than the length of the elements which we got, then we need to break the condition there itself. So let's submit this and check. Yes, it's passing all the test cases. But by the way, this is the brute force approach. In order to get the optimal solution, we need to use the heap in the Python or priority queue in Java. So if you have better solution, I mean heap based approach, please post in the comment section. Thanks for watching.